So I know David has been covering the gruesome details of the journalist who was killed, allegedly killed by Saudi Arabian operatives. This next story is troubling in its own way, connected to that. Televangelist Pat Robertson. I've covered him quite a bit. He has his sole purpose is to provide a quote unquote spiritual cover for the barbarity of the Republican Party. That should be his job description. Like, his title on his show should not just be televangelist, but should be, I provide cover for Republicans to do whatever they want, and I give religious justification so that the religious community will never question the Republican Party, so that they can always benefit from that community's vote. That should be his title, as long as that was. But I want you to watch this video as he goes one step further, and he basically makes the case that we, as the United States, should not risk $110 billion arms deal over the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
And Wendy, I just don't think you've got $100 billion worth of arms sales, which is, that's one of those things. But more than that, we've got to have some Arab allies. We have to have it. We cannot alienate our biggest player in the Middle East, who's a bulwark against Iran.
But can we have somebody that's killing journalists that are U.S. residents is the question.
We've had so many people killed. I mean, we had CIA people killed in Lebanon. People have been taken hostage over the years. I know it's bad, but I mean, we've had all kinds of stuff, but you don't blow up an international alliance over one person. I mean, I'm sorry.
I mean, this is next level. This is next level. I mean, I've seen Pat Robertson do some pretty disgusting things, and to do those things in the name of God is just, that's his forte. That's what he's made his millions of dollars off of. His connection to power, his connection to the Republican Party. He will literally do anything to cover. It didn't matter that Donald Trump had all these illicit affairs. It didn't matter that Donald Trump bragged about all of his sexual improprieties and his sexual abuse. It didn't matter that the Republican Party has carried itself in the most barbaric fashion, and they have devolved into everything opposite of what this guy, Pat Robertson, turns around and tells everyone else they need to be. Never mind the fact that they're nothing like Jesus. The fact is that Pat Robertson literally tells people every single day that they need to live like this, that they need to be this, they need to be kind, they need to be gracious, they need to be moral, right? And then he turns around and provides cover for the Republican Party. That's his job. This is next level, because now not only is he excusing the murder of this journalist, but he's also saying that this one person is not worth it. This problem. In addition to that, he's ignoring all of the litany of problems with Saudi Arabia in the first place. It blows me away that the connection that Saudi Arabia had to 9/11 has always been ignored by the Republican Party, along with some Democrats, but specifically by the Republican Party. Despite the fact that they used 9/11, they have used it, and it's already done and complete, to create this military state, this police state, this surveillance state, and to crack down on every aspect of our American liberties, and to kill millions of people across the globe. Right. So it's one thing. Now you're protecting Saudi Arabia in every way imaginable, despite the fact that you're using what Saudi Arabia does as a means of hurting your people. Again, like the first story, this is a feature and not a bug. This is exactly what the Republican Party wants to do, along with a handful of Democrats who co-signed this. But right now, the Republicans are in party. Donald Trump is covering, and we'll get into more of the details of this murder. But Donald Trump is providing cover for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And Pat Robertson actually said this in the earlier portion of that clip. He said, quote, "What the president is trying to do is give the Saudis an out." Exactly, Pat Robertson. But you see nothing wrong with that. You see that as the correct thing to do, to give the Saudis an out. Never mind that they were allegedly directly connected to the murder of this journalist. Never mind that. Never mind their atrocities in Yemen that are ongoing. I mean, if one person wasn't enough, okay, let's take that. Maybe, you know, he's trying to present himself as an international relations realist. Okay, he's just going to be a realist. If one person is not enough, surely the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who have been brutalized in Yemen, who have died at the hands of Saudi Arabia, aided by the United States, surely that should be enough to conjure up the morality that you try to force on us. But it's not. You know why? Because this is not a mistake in his way of thinking. This is not the Republicans forgetting. This is not them being unknowingly hypocritical. This is them, Pat Robertson specifically, being intentionally hypocritical in order to accomplish their political goals, while using the same morality that they beat across our head. They use that to twist it for their political ends, but knowingly and willingly and absolutely enjoy the fact that they can ignore that morality when it doesn't suit them. So to comment on this is not to comment on his bigotry, but to really point out Pat Robertson's barbarity, that he is a brutish, evil man who uses religion as a means of justifying his political agenda.
I am really thrilled to tell you that one of today's sponsors is a service that I personally use myself called Simple Habit. And you can get a free trial at simplehabit.com/Pakman. It is really important to take a break from Twitter, to take a break from the inundation of politics and media and Trump and all of the stuff that's going on. And a really great way to take that break and sort of do a mental reset is with Simple Habit, a guided meditation app that just won the 2018 Google Play Award for Best Well-Being App. Perfect for people with busy lifestyles. You just need 5 minutes a day. They have morning meditations, meditations for going to sleep, meditations for dealing with headaches, stress, meditations for athletes, for fighting procrastination, for promoting creativity. They have a huge catalog of hundreds and hundreds of meditations for almost anything you're trying to accomplish. And you can use the app to track all of your progress. They also have music you can listen to that's designed specifically to keep you calm and focused while you're working or reading. Go check it out. You can try it free for 7 days at simplehabit.com/Pakman. I've put a link underneath this video.